2014 is on the way. GETTL, G-O-E-T-T-L, will keep you cool, but it's hard to spell.
If you thought you missed the lowest mortgage rates in history, you're in luck, because they're back. Mortgage rates are near historic lows again. So if you have a mortgage, refinance it and forget it. You'll never have to worry about refinancing again. Network Capital Funding is offering a low 15-year fixed rate at 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Incredible! Network Capital has built a reputation for saving people time and money with our unique process that's fast, simple, and secure. Our 15-year fixed rate is 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Now, second chances don't come often, and you may never see these rates again. So, refinance it and forget it. That's a 15-year fixed at 1.75%. Yes, 1.75% with a 1.94 APR. Call the experts at Network Capital now. Call 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1-HIT. As in home run. Call now and save big on your refi. 800-500-1-HIT. 800-500-1448. NMLS ID 11712. Not licensed in all states. Visit NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the Financing Law. Number 603D787. An equal opportunity lender. Rates subject to change and may not be available rate law. Discount points may apply. Subject to credit approval. Call 800-500-1448 for additional cost information.
At In-N-Out, our hamburgers are made with the highest quality ingredients, made fresh and by hand, made with a smile, and made to order just for you.
Southland weather from KFI. Sunny with highs in the 60s at the beaches, 70s inland. Clear skies tonight, lows in the 50s to low 60s, then warming up tomorrow under sunny skies with highs in the low to mid 70s at the beaches, low to mid 80s for Metro LA and Inland OC, upper 70s to mid 80s for the valleys and Inland Empire. Sunny and a little cooler as we head into next week with highs in the 60s at the beaches, 70s to low 80s inland. It's 72 in Orange, 68 Manhattan Beach, 71 in Cerritos, 75 in Canyon Country. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Amy King.
Hey, how are you today? Leo Laporte here, the tech guy. Time to talk computers, the internet, home theater, digital photography, smartphones, smart watches, the GizWiz, Dick DiBartolo coming up with some junky gadget he thinks is the greatest thing ever. Don't tell him I didn't think it was so great. I don't have the heart to tell him. I think he knows, actually. The GizWiz, just around the corner. Meanwhile, 8888 Ask Leo. More of your calls. Naomi on the line from Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. Hello, Naomi.
Oh, help me. I'm going to you. My only hope.
Oh, no. What's the matter, Naomi?
Well, I got a Ring doorbell and security camera right when you first advertised.
Yes, way back when.
2017.
Before Amazon bought them. There's a long history, by the way, of companies buying ads on our shows and then getting bought by Amazon. I'm not saying that if you buy an ad on my show, you're going to get bought by Amazon, but it wouldn't hurt. So what happened? So you got the Ring doorbell.
Well, I have the Ring doorbell, and it starts almost every week. Oh, it's too cold. You have to... Yeah, it's Denver. The coldest it's been in the last month has been 40 in the morning, you know?
It thinks it's too cold.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Is it exposed? Is it out, like, is dew hitting it?
No.
No, it's on your kind of front porch, right? It's a little bit protected in there.
My door, yeah. It's hardwired, too. That's what's so upsetting about it, you know?
Yeah, because the battery-powered ones are a little more sensitive to cold because batteries don't like cold. And so I could see how they'd say, in fact, Ring's got a whole page. Chat room just gave it to me. Cold weather and battery-powered Ring doorbells. Maybe your Ring doesn't know that it's powered. It's connected. This is what they say. They say if it gets below 36 degrees, the battery may not hold a charge as effectively. If it's freezing, 32 degrees, it may not charge at all. Oh, here's the thing. There is a battery in yours, and even in the hardwired ones, and it does say even hardwired configurations may not charge the battery. But that's not a problem because you're not really using the battery. That's just so your doorbell will ring if the power goes out, I guess.
Well, that's what I thought, you know, and I thought it would continually recharge like...
It does.
You know,
yeah.
Have your phone plugged in, whatever. Anyway, so then the faceplate is cracked, too, because of the sun. So I called Ring.
By the way, they're not a sponsor anymore, so say anything you want.
Okay. And they said, oh, well, it's out of warranty. Well, I said, I've been a customer since 2017. Does that account for anything? Yes. And
that's because you bought it from the original company, and now you're talking to Amazon, by the way.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's every week I have to plug the battery in, so it's, you know what NiCad or whatever they...
Yeah, they're cheap batteries. They're not good batteries. And Dr. Mom's telling me in the chat room actually that even with a wired one, the battery is powering the doorbell. It's just that the wire goes to the battery to charge it. I did not know that.
Yeah, anyway, I am more than upset with them, and I was wanting to know...
Micah, by the way, says he'd be glad to knit you a sweater for your doorbell. Mike is quite the accomplished knitter, I believe. You're very good with textiles, aren't you?
Yeah, knitting and crochet.
Yeah.
So you need to get a little crochet for your Ring doorbell. Oh.
Yeah, crocheting a little dog with a red nose. Right?
So cute.
That would be really adorable.
So cute.
Different seasonal
So what would you like to do? Would you like to replace it?
Yeah, and I know you've been talking about Nest, and...
I use a Nest. I actually replaced my Ring with a Nest, more because I wanted to review the Nest than that I didn't like the Ring. We were happy with the Ring. But the Nest is nice because it integrates with all the other Google stuff. So if you have Google Home Hubs and stuff like that...
I'm totally Google.
Oh, then get a Nest Hello doorbell. I never had problems with the Ring, so I can't say that, you know, the Nest is better in Denver. I don't know. But I've been very happy with it. If you want to spend less money, Wise, which is a really, I think, an interesting company. They're up in Seattle. They make smart stuff, and their specialty is the same stuff for less. So I never used it. Can't say if it's great or not, but they also make a Wise doorbell. Let me just see what the price is on the Wise.
I know Aunt talks about Wise.
Yeah, he loves Wise. $50. $50. But I bet you that one is all battery. I bet you that, because Wise, one of the things Wise does is they make this stuff kind of like so you don't have to have any, like I have a wire. And actually, because I have a wired doorbell like you, I kind of like the wired. I've been very happy with the Hello doorbell. There are some, the Nest. There are some things to know about. For instance, it has face recognition. So my Google Home Hub, when somebody rings the doorbell, says, somebody's at the front door. Which is good. I'm not going to miss it. But it's kind of weird. It also says somebody just picked up a package. And if it knows the face, in theory, although it's never done this, it would say, Lisa just picked up the package, or a stranger just picked up the package. So it's got AI in it, which is interesting. The reason I mention it is some people are concerned. In fact, when you first set it up, it even says, if this isn't allowed in your state, don't turn it on. I think it is allowed in Colorado, but I know Chicago has some very strict, and Maine have strict laws about that kind of thing. So maybe some states where you can't use the face recognition. I've also noticed it's not super accurate, or actually in my case, even though I've gone through every picture, because it says, we don't know who this was. Who was it? So, well, that was Michael. Who was that? That was Michael's friend. That was Joey. Who was that? So I tell them everybody, and it still doesn't say Joey's at the front door. I wish it would. I want it to say that. I think it's supposed to say that.
Also, I've been upset with the subscription stuff. You know, it's just after. Does Nest have to have subscription, or can you?
Yes. That's one advantage Wise has. Not only is it $60, but you don't have to subscribe to anything.
Now, does it work with chips, or with that, or with a dedicated drive, or what?
You know what? Micah hosts our Smart Tech Today show. He's an expert on all this stuff, are you?
Yes. I was going to say, listen to you talking about using drives and everything to back up your
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Wise, I think it's even worth the experiment. There are multiple options with the Wise cameras. You get free cloud storage with no subscription with it.
That's nice.
But many of the devices, I'm trying to see if the new doorbell has it. Almost all the devices have an option for SD card. I think that the doorbell might be one of the only ones, but I did have another thought for you.
Those little, you put a little micro SD card in their other cameras, and it records locally, so you don't even need to use the cloud, which is really nice.
Exactly. And I wonder if it's the wind chill that could be causing the issue a lot. If you, and I know this kind of sounds silly, but putting a little sort of blocker around the outside of it.
Well, that's what I was asking. If it's sheltered, is it out in the cold wind?
No, it's Colorado. It's faces east, which in the morning it's just almost blurred out because the sun sometimes.
Yeah, it might be. The extremes are what's, and it's concerned about the battery. I can't tell you that Nest or Wise will be better. I don't know. The nice thing about the Wise is $60, so it's fairly cheap to try it. They do have a $1.99 subscription they call Cam Plus, which gives you real-time alerts. This is something you get with your Ring and with the Hello that you have to pay for with the Wise, so that when it sees people or packages, it will text your phone.
Yeah, without it, you'll just get motion detection.
The Wise says it's IP65 weather-resistant, built to endure the elements. Protects the snowbell from rain, snow, and sun. So at least they're mentioning
in
that.
Colorado, it gets snowy. Like in March, we had 4 feet of snow. Yum.
Holy cow. Holy cow. Well, I can't promise it's Denver-proof, Naomi, but at least it's inexpensive. And we've had good results with Wise stuff. As inexpensive as they are, they're not cheap. They really make some good stuff. I think they realized that there was a big markup in all this stuff and said, you know what, we can do better. We can sell this for, a little bit more than it costs us instead of a lot more than it costs us.
Another problem with Ring is I have, the Google Net router, everything, through the house because they have a big house plus it's concrete and da-da-da. Anyway, if you have to specifically push it to one specific router. It can't do the rotating like if I'm walking through the house with the phone, with my cell phone and playing games or whatever. It can go from one router to another router to another router.
Wait a minute. You're not carrying the doorbell around, obviously. So the doorbell's always on one router.
What I'm saying is...
You have to be on the same router as the doorbell?
Yep.
There's something wrong with your Wi-Fi configuration. That shouldn't matter at all.
Well, no, it's the Ring told me that because I was having problems with the latency, and they said, oh, well, it's because you have the, it has to go right to the specific router. It can't jump from router to router if it wanted to.
It sounds made up. I may be wrong, but I think the Ring phones home and then the home phones you. That it doesn't go direct, it's not peer-to-peer, in other words. It calls the home office and says, hey, the doorbell's ringing, and then the home office pings you over the internet. So it shouldn't matter.
I have 2 of the extenders, because the house is...
Well, extenders could cause issues, but not for the reason they describe.
You have to connect the Ring to one of the specific extenders, which has to be specifically connected to one of your Google routers. Nice, huh?
That's bizarre.
Kind of techie, or...
Yeah.
I can imagine someone that's not quite as techie trying to...
Why doesn't this work? Well, we get... I hear calls all the time, especially about Ring, about latency. And a doorbell that doesn't notify you that somebody's there for 30 or 40 seconds, you're going to get there and they're going to be long gone.
Well, my UPS person goes in there, rings the doorbell, and they're down and off.